I'm officially back. Um, Maybe not. Wait, tell me to tell me to take the dog out, but I'm over here trying to do a live video. But I tried to tell her that twice already. Smackdown tonight, which was in what was it? Somewhere in California or I don't know. I can't remember. Who cares? Uh, who cares where the show was at? This show tonight was very, very good, and SmackDown just continues to be on like a good roll of show after show. I don't know. I'm saying it's a little bit. It's better than Raw, but I don't know how. I don't know what's different. You know what I mean? Like why is one show better than the other? Um, SmackDown for me has been better probably in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, because I go to work on at 11 on Monday, so I don't get to do a review like I want to and everything. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. What I might do is just start doing a live reaction to a match and then talk about my thoughts on the Raw before the main event and all that ends. So might just do that. Um, but SmackDown tonight, I continue loving what they're doing with the Bloodline with Sami Zayn. It just keeps on getting better, story by story. So Logan Paul starts off the show. So basically him and Roman Reigns are facing that crown jewel. A lot of people are not excited for this because one, Logan's only had 2 matches, and people are complaining, oh, it's going to be for the belt and everything. Folks, he's not going to win it. And this protects, for me, I'm not the biggest on this, but it does protect the others that will end up facing him for the championship. It protects them for later on in the future of doing it, not this soon. So I don't mind it. Um, this move might actually end up being a decent match because Logan is very athletic. I think it'll be a good one. Um, but let's be honest, Logan is not winning. If WWE is not going to be that dumb and everything, and Roman's not losing the titles until close to WrestleMania season, probably. Um, just to let y'all know. Sorry for that, but something every time I see something on a live, the time like goes up 2 seconds. It's not doing 1 second like it should all the way. Um, so Paul Heyman and Logan go back and forth. This is really decent stuff. Now the crowd is not going to listen to Logan saying, I'm going to face Roman, and nothing about that is believable, and Logan knows that. But I do like how he's trying. At least he's trying. I don't. It's just an iffy topic of just seeing if Logan is going to. Sorry, I had to share that out. That I was live. I forget you can actually do that in this. I forget that you can actually just share the tweet and everything and say that you're live. Um, so Sammy finally gets in there and says, "Hey, Paul. I know you're the wise man, but you might not be the person for this job. Let me, even in." And then he turns back around and Logan literally sucker punches him right there, and So the Bloodline gets all into it and gets in the ring. Here comes Ricochet. Logan gets out of the ring. So we got Ricochet versus Sami Zayn tonight. Ricochet wins. Jay Uso. Which one is it? Jimmy or Jay? I forget which Uso it is. I forget. They don't like Sammy. So he basically Sami Zayn had this match won, and then the Uso that don't like him, which is I want to say it's Jimmy, um, is trying to get in there for some odd reason. I don't know what, and basically screws Sami Zayn out of you know winning the match. So him and Sami just keeps on having friction. So so that happens. So we get later on where Solo Shikai faces Madcap Moss for the North American Championship, which Solo won on NXT. Now I might have to go back. I might have to go back to watching NXT since it's going to go to black and gold. I don't like this colorful NXT. Didn't like it, and Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard just awful. Basically put NXT and killed it. It felt like. Um, so at this point, Solo is going out there, and Jimmy Uso saying, "Hey, we got your back. We'll be out there." And he said, "No, no, no, no. You kind of screwed it up earlier, and everything. But Sammy, do you want to come?" So this is really good. Solo is like kind of like on Roman and Jay's side with Sammy. Then you got Jimmy Uso just being about it. So it's going to explode eventually, but the storyline just continues little by little, piece by piece. This is great stuff. Um, so basically, this match between him and Madcap Moss, Solo Sky, was really, really good. Um, Sammy basically won this match for Solo. Uh, Madcap had everything going for him. Sammy pulls Solo out of the ring, and so they chase around the ring. Sammy gets in the ring, big super kick by Solo, side slam, and then I don't know if he did the big splash or not. I'm trying to remember, but nonetheless, after that, it was 1, 2, 3, and then bam, retained. Really, solid match. I like this going back and forth. Um, Solo could be really, really good. Of course, he's still going to be learning and stuff, but you can tell that he's going to thrive in this role with the Bloodline. I'm pretty sure of it because he's got like his own. It seemed like he already got his own personality, if that makes sense. Um, so Bailey and Raquel is going to have a match. I didn't see that. Maybe I didn't pay attention to WWE's Twitter page. Damage Control comes out there. They do a promo. Raquel comes out there and says, and she's not smiling like she normally is. This was a different Raquel, and I like this Raquel more than Smiley Raquel Rodriguez, I should say. Raquel, she came out there, put her foot down, and said, "Hey, you hurt my tag team partner," which is not much of a tag team partner. I don't care what you say. She Aaliyah is not good at all, and I'm normally one to give the benefit of the doubt to Aaliyah, but hasn't she been in the performance center for like 6 or 7 years? Now on the main roster, she hasn't gotten much any better at all. Um, but Raquel sounded like just a different person tonight, and I enjoyed that. Now I don't know if that's going to keep up, but I wish they would have her act like that and everything, and just be like, you know, I'm not going to be smiley all the time. This was a decent match, and everything. Bailey, I think Bailey ended up winning. I don't even know. I can't even remember. My mind is so shot tonight. I'm sorry. Um, so later on, I'm not going in order, but we got Maximum and Max Dupree in the ring, and he said because they're close to L.A. and of course L.A. Knight is coming back eventually, his character, and he teases us once again, and he said, y'all are close to L.A. And it is night time. Uh, I think everyone wants LA Knight back, and soon to be it's going to happen. Because tonight, I don't mind Braun Strowman coming out and destroying maximum male models. Triple H is trying to thin out every bad thing that Vince McMahon had, and this is one of the last things he's got on his list. Um, Mansoor and Maxi or whatever, I don't know what they're going to do or what he's going to do with them. But I would have Maxina with LA Knight and have them as just a duo. Um, I think that would definitely work. Um, so he brings out Mansay and Maxwa, uh, however you want to pronounce them. Um, and basically, they're back to school uniforms when school's been back for like over a month. I don't. But they do a pose and then they turn around and then you hear Braun Strowman's music. Now I don't mind Braun destroying these fools. It was funny. The spot of the night for me, one of the spot of the nights, was his music hits and that both of their faces is hilarious, and he basically just runs them over. It was so funny. I'm not going to lie. And gets in the ring, Max and Maxie, of course, goes out. Here comes, you hear, "Sure, please," Chad Gable, and Otis attacks Braun Strowman from behind. I'm thinking, oh my god, here we go. Of course, Braun Strowman is going to destroy them again, which Chad Gable has literally been one of the best things on television for WWE. Otis as well. I don't understand why these guys are in this position, but they did have a little of an edge against Braun Strowman, even though Braun Strowman still looked good at the end. Um, but we get Otis and Braun Strowman next week. So, and I forgot to mention, in this Bailey versus Raquel afterwards, they're attacking Raquel, and Shotzi Blackheart comes out and saves them. So now she's turned from heel back to face. No one really liked her heel stuff. She probably is better as a babyface. Um, but looks like they are going to be a tag team. It'll be a better tag team than her and who's that? Who's that person that Raquel tag team with? I don't even remember because she was never in the match hardly. Who was it? Aaliyah. Yeah, that's really how much I care about Aaliyah. Her wrestling skills, just bad. So let's go to the main event. This was a great main event. I mean, wonderful. You had the Brawling Brutes, Imperial, the New Day, and Hit Row. Fatal 4-way tag team match to see who will face the Usos next week for the tag team championships on SmackDown. So I'm thinking when I see this, why are the Viking Raiders not in this? Michael Cole said on commentary that uh, one of them, I forget who, got a foot injury, is out indefinitely. So one of them of the Viking Raiders is actually injured. So that makes a lot of sense why we haven't seen him on television since that great match between the New Day and them in that Viking match. Um, so this Fatal 4-way was very, 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 very good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Um, so it slowly picked up and everything, but this match was literally everywhere. Had a lot of big spots. Top Dollar um, literally had, what was it, 3 people on his shoulders, which was pretty insane. Um, but that was a very good spot of how they did it. I want to mention Butch, aka Pete Dunne. He'll always be Pete Dunne to me, but I'm on name him Butch because the way Triple H has done, Butch in the Brawling Boots is really, really good. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff good, but he turned in Butch back into the Pete Dunne. Now, I don't know if he's going to change his name back to Pete Dunne or not, but the way he is doing the Butch character and having him look like Pete Dunne, I'm really enjoying. Um, Match was back and forth. Um, Imperial did their finishing tag team move and everything. Appreciate the like. Did their finishing tag team move, and what was it? Rich Holland had tagged himself in and that's how they picked up the win. So it was a very smart and strategic. I said that wrong. Very smart, just very smart move. I'm not going to try to repeat that. Very smart move, and you got Rich Holland and Butch facing the Usos next week. And if you don't think that's not going to be a great match, something's wrong. And I will say this: I hope that is the main event. I don't know if it will be for SmackDown, but I hope that is the main event of SmackDown next week. Because I guarantee you, it is going to be a very good match. What's up, man? It's been a while. It's been a while. Um, Man, I've been good, but live stuff. I'm glad YouTube has this live thing back. That's all I'm going to say. This live thing back with you can do it live on your phone and stuff like that, and you don't have to have 1,000 subscribers because I don't know if I'll ever get there, but glad to see you back. I know it's been forever, and I mean I still tweet on my account. I just don't do it as often. I do it for the shows and maybe throughout the week once or twice, but yes, bro, it really has. And I know it sounds bad, but I really did not. For a while, I did not watch. I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know why. It just wasn't as good to me. Some stuff was good, but there's a lot of stuff that's not. So I appreciate that we have Triple H in charge now, and everything. Not saying Vince. Did you watch WrestleMania? Yeah. I watched WrestleMania. I sure did. Um, but I will say my first when Triple H got in charge. I fully watched WrestleMania, but other than that, the next pay per view I watched had to be SummerSlam. So I've been back since Triple H's been in charge. throughout watching it. So I really really do enjoy Triple H in charge. You know, there a few stuff decisions he's made. Yes, it's been iffy, but compared to what we been getting, this is like 5 to 10 times better. That's what my opinion is. Not like I was about to say, Vince Sturner, Triple H, and has a great wrestling mind. Great mind for wrestling. Yes, I said that so wrong. Um, yeah, that Vince Stunner was terrible. I know he probably wanted to do one more Stunner at least uh, before he was done officially. But that being the last time, I mean, he's always took the Stunner terrible, but that by far was the worst Stunner. Triple H really has a great wrestling mind, and he reminds me of how when Vince took over, he was he getting the grasp of it. Vince was just like Triple H will, and he's a younger mind for the talent, and he's going to relate to the talent better than what Vince does at this point. Um, but this was a great tag team match. Usos versus the Braun Brutes by far is going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a physical contest, and I cannot wait for it. I think it'll be very excellent. Um, let's just hope it's the main event. I believe tag team wrestling will be back better on the main roster now with Triple H. But for it to be back better, it was in the main event, Fatal 4-Way. The tag team match should be in the main event next week. Thoughts on what CM Punk said after All Out? So I will be honest to you. I don't watch AEW like that. I don't. Because, first of all, I work third shift, and I'm not one of those to watch. Now I do want to start watching it because I like everything MJF does. He is a great heel. But with CM Punk and all that, a lot of people think he should not be back with the company. I think AEW will do good without him still. Um, but for him personally, if I was him, I would just say, "Hey, man, I literally shouldn't have done that and all that." If he wants to stay in professional wrestling at least for another year or two and have that last run and everything, he needs to make amends with the roster because a lot of the roster probably does not want him there. It was crazy to me. It was honestly crazy to me with what some of the stuff he said, but that's how Punk's always been, though. He's always spoke his mind. So would you rather him not speak his mind? Yeah, I thought it was unbelievable and probably not professional of how he acted, especially on a post interview like that. I mean, I it is crazy, but man, Punk's always been like that, though. I mean, you can't. Would you rather have him do what he did and speak his truth, or would you rather him just be quiet and just keep it all in? But he could have done it at a better time. I will say he could have done it backstage with no cameras, no stream, nothing going on. Just have them talk it out in the back. I mean, I'll say this: I don't think the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, I don't think they're going anywhere. They're staying in AEW. I mean, I just don't see that happening at this point, at least. But AEW, with their rating the last 2 weeks has went really good, even without the CM Punk thing. Of course, they've had the championship tournament and all that. I keep up with it. I just don't watch it. So I keep up with what's going on. I just don't watch it. I've watched parts and parts, but not a full. I can tell you. I know this is going to sound bad. I've not watched one full AEW Dynamite ever. Not one. But that's just how. I bet it was a blast. I mean, they've got a lot of good shows. I probably should watch it. I'm going to be honest. I probably should watch it. But I don't. I don't. I probably should watch it. But I'm going to get out of here because I've went longer than I thought I would. But I got, let's see. I got like 23 minutes to work. So I'm going to relax real quick and get off here. Hope you guys have a great night. I appreciate the like, Justin. It's been forever. I don't get to watch as much YouTube as I want. I'll have to do on my free time. And normally my free days are Friday. I'm supposed to be off Friday, Saturday. And I go in late Sunday, which, you know, it's still about 3 days off. So I don't get to watch as much stuff. So it sucks. But I'm glad to see you back in here. We haven't talked in forever. And I'm glad, I've been back doing, reviews and talking about WWE since Triple H been back. So I'm glad to be back doing that to what I originally do. But, excuse me. If you want to, I still do highlight, gaming stuff. I still do that if you're interested. But, hope you have a great night, man, and hope everyone else has a great night. If you happen to swing by here after it gets uploaded after being live, please hit that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that red subscribe button. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I love doing that for some reason. But I appreciate all y'all, and hope you guys have a wonderful Friday night. Peace out, y'all.